In December 2025, the entertainment world was rocked by a headline: Netflix to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery. What does it mean for Hollywood, and for us, the viewers? Now imagine the man who helped shape US media policy stepping in with a warning. This is the story of how former President Donald Trump is questioning a blockbuster merger that could reshape streaming, movies, and creative freedom worldwide. Today, we dig into what's happening and why so many are calling this a deal that could change entertainment forever. What is the deal? Netflix plus Warner Bros. Discovery. Explain that Netflix has agreed to acquire Warner Bros. Discovery's studio and streaming assets in a deal valued around $72 to $83 billion. The acquisition includes major film/TV libraries, production studios, and streaming platform assets such as HBO Max, as well as content from Warner's film and TV catalog, including some of the world's most famous franchises. If approved, this merger would unite the current streaming giant with one of Hollywood's oldest and largest studios, a combination almost unheard of in scale. This isn't just another business deal. This is potentially a turning point in how movies and TV shows are made, distributed, and consumed worldwide. What Trump said, his concerns and why they matter. On December 7, 2025, speaking at the red carpet for an event, Trump said, "When they have Warner Brothers, that share goes up a lot." He warned the combined entity's market share could be a problem. He also confirmed he recently met with Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos and called him a great man. Yet despite respect for Sarandos, Trump said he will be personally involved in the approval process. Trump emphasized that the deal would give Netflix a very big market share and added that such concentration might not be good for the entertainment industry at large. Key concerns: what's at stake if the deal goes through? Market concentration and antitrust risk. Once Netflix and Warner merge, the combined company could command a very large share of the streaming plus content production market. That risks monopoly or near-monopoly power. Reduced competition, fewer players. With fewer independent studios/streamers, there might be less incentive to compete, potentially leading to fewer choices for users, higher subscription prices, or less content variety. Impact on creatives, workers, and theaters. Critics, including unions and theater owners, warn the deal could jeopardize jobs, suppress wages, reduce theatrical releases, and push content towards streaming only, undercutting the traditional film industry. Creative diversity and risk-taking could suffer. With one major company controlling huge content libraries and production infrastructure, there may be less incentive to take creative risks. Studios may stick to formulaic, safe content rather than bold, diverse storytelling. Regulatory and precedential concerns. If the merger is approved despite these concerns, especially under political pressure, it may pave the way for future big consolidations, weakening antitrust guardrails in entertainment. What supporters of the deal say: the upside or defense. Pro-merger arguments. The combined entity may lead to more resources for production. Bigger budgets, stronger global distribution, more potential for ambitious films/series that may have been too risky otherwise. This could mean better or more varied content for global audiences. Economies of scale, consolidating content libraries, technology infrastructure, and distribution, possibly leading to cost savings, better integration, and perhaps more efficient delivery to subscribers. Survival and adaptation of legacy studios. In an age where streaming dominates, older studios may struggle to stay relevant alone. Merging with a streaming giant could help LEGEC. The pushback: unions, legislators, industry voices. Several members of the U.S. Congress have already called the deal an antitrust nightmare. Industry associations, including unions representing writers, actors, and other creatives, and theater trade groups have warned that the merger could threaten jobs, theatrical releases, and the balance between streaming and cinema. Some former industry executives warn that this consolidation could create a monopsony, meaning too few buyers, studios/streamers, controlling too much of content demand, which might reduce pay and bargaining power for writers, actors, directors, and other creatives. Public interest concern: fewer independent studios and creators means fewer spaces for niche, experimental, or culturally diverse stories. The film and TV landscape could become more homogenized. For many working in Hollywood, and for fans who cherish variety, originality, and the magic of cinema, this deal isn't just about corporate expansion. It's about the future of storytelling itself. Show regulatory path: U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ/FTC review possible conditions/block alternative outcomes. The deal must now pass scrutiny by U.S. antitrust regulators, the DOJ's antitrust division, and likely also face review in other jurisdictions, e.g. Europe. Given the public political pushback, including from lawmakers and the president's own comments, regulators have strong incentive to examine the deal closely. Trump has said he will personally be involved. Possible scenarios: 1. Full approval, maybe with some concessions, divestments, content-neutral commitments. 2. Conditional approval, with tight oversight, restrictions, maybe separation of certain assets. 3. Block or delay, regulators rejected or demand significant restructuring, or deal abandoned. The timeline could be long. Predictions from markets suggest that the chances of the deal closing on schedule have dropped. Why this matters globally, beyond Hollywood. Even though the companies are US-based, their content reaches millions worldwide, including India, where many use streaming for movies and web series. A merged Netflix-Warner could influence what kinds of content get made, what reaches audiences, and how global cinemas operate. For global creators, in countries outside US, consolidation could reduce the number of buyers for content, making it harder for independent creators to compete or get picked up. For audiences, fewer studios could mean fewer diverse stories, more homogenized content tailored for mass appeal, and less room for niche or culturally specific productions. For cinema/theatrical culture globally. With a powerful streaming studio giant, the balance may tilt heavily toward digital releases, which could threaten traditional cinema and theatrical distribution, especially in markets that rely on local films and theater culture. The Netflix-Warner deal, and the storm it has stirred, is more than a business story. It's a crossroads for entertainment, creativity, and global culture. If you had a say, what would you want to protect? More blockbuster movies? Or diverse voices and indie creativity? More convenience or more choice? Whether the deal goes through or not, the debate it has sparked is far from over. And as viewers and part of a global audience, it's worth asking, what kind of entertainment future do we want? If you found this video useful, like and subscribe. Stay tuned for updates as the story develops. Thanks for watching.